Now you can see it's not been very perfect, but I've had a good cut through. That's fine. I'm going to stick it up with glue. Now I have to look at the camera. Well, this is what I have to try to fit in there. I have to look at if this camera will slip in there nicely. So I just have to keep giving it the best cut until it fully enters. As you can see, the length is satisfactory, but the width is not satisfactory, which means I need to stretch out the edges. Well, if you look at it inverted, from an inverted point of view, you need to see I have to still stretch out the width. Now you can see what it looks like. It has to come inside here. And that's it. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. Remember that I've got these cables, so I still have to cater for them. But this is what we want to do. We want it to be like this, and it's going to be on top of this structure. It's going to be on top of this boat. Yeah, it's just slipped off my hands. But this is what we want to do with this boat. So we want to make it FPV. If you want to make it Wi-Fi, if you're still joining me just now. And that's what we have to achieve. We need it to slip in here nicely, so it will be like this. And you can look at it. It looks fine, it looks good, and that's how we want it to float on this boat. So we're going to do it. We're going to achieve it. Stay with me and let's look at it. So what we've done is we need to let this go in first. We need to let the cable go in first. Remember, we can't leave it out. I hope you've seen better now. We're going to let the cable go in first. There's a little bit of play. There's a little bit of space. It might fit in together. So that's it. That's it. It puts some pressure on the cable, but that's fine. It might not fit in from the front. So I could move this cable to the back and I'll give it the best fit in so that it could fit in with the cable together. And that's it. So I have to achieve this. And that's it. It's passed through. It's passed through without damage. So that's what you can see. That's what we see. If you can't see, then let me know. But this is what should be there. And everything's gone through. You can see it's put a bit of pressure on it, but it's still fine. It's still smooth. That's what we want to achieve on the boat. So, do you see? And this is a step closer. I have to now use the glue to make it stick. And that's it. Once it's stuck in there, it will become a boat. And these cables will connect to the bare wires. That's red, remember, and that's black. So I'll just get the red and black. I'll remove the switch here. Get out the red and black. Isolate the yellow and connect the red and black to this exposed switch. To these exposed copper wires. Sorry. Remember that there are some openings on this camera. There are some openings. So we'll just give a tiny seal. We'll glue it up very quickly. Seal it up and then clip it in there. Push this in from the back. Let this go in first, as we just did, and then fit it in. So we'll just have to glue this. I'll do that straight away with this glue gun. So that's our glue gun. As you can see, mission accomplished. We've just glued it. Trying to focus it there. We've just glued it. As you can see, it's glued out there, and it's also glued from inside with the glue gun. That means it's waterproof now. And now I've isolated the yellow at some corner. I'm going to isolate the red, and I'll cut it off, red and black, and that's all I need. And now you have a better idea of what I'm trying to achieve. Look at that. Look at that. That's so beautiful. That's going to be very beautiful. That's going to be good for virtual gaming, virtual reality. And that's it. That's it. Now it's reinforced the glue gum, and you can see it's looking quite prettier than it should look. And this is going to dry off, and it will be very tight on it. Yeah, it's going to be very tight, and that's it. So that's a step closer. I'm going to seal off all these openings with glue gum. All of this, it will be nasty, but I have to do this because that's what it takes to actually get it waterproof. water resistant. And now remember the principle, red to yellow and black to black. So I'll just adjust that and I'll show you right away. These wires are kind of short and very sensitive, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this wire so that they get there. What I have to do is pay attention to the fact that this with white coatings on it does go in for the place of red, and black still maintains its unique texture. It's pure black. So I'll just do that. Connect it here, connect it there, so that I bridge the distance. It's very short and it will keep breaking. So that's the glue gone on, and what I've just done is I've just extended this so that it gets longer. You know, I need it to be longer so that I could have enough play. That's all, nothing more. So I'm just going to make it stick together with the glue gun, and at this stage I'll leave these wires open and I'll also use the glue gun on it. We've just applied the glue gun. It's getting dried off. It's drying off, and just attach this, connect it in there, as you can see, to yellow and red and black, yellow and black, the exposure of these wires. So this is it so far. I'm considering introducing a switch, so I won't seal this off. If I have to introduce a switch, this is the logic. The black wiring doesn't get disturbed. This is direct to the camera. That's fine. I don't need to disturb this, but at a level before this, I'll have to disconnect. Well, I don't need to disturb this. I need to get the black from the switch to the power that I'll connect directly here. I need to cut off this red that goes to the motor. I need to take this end of it and connect it directly to the switch. So from the switch it goes straight to the red power supply source of the motor, and the other red from the switch will connect to this red. I'll just take this portion and connect it to the switch, and the black will automatically go straight direct current. The black from the motor board still remains here where it is. We don't alter it, and that's how you connect the switch. If you don't understand, let me repeat it. This is red to yellow, yellow, red. This is it. This is actually one thing. Let's ignore the camera connection. This is the camera. Now if we want to put a switch here, we might choose to put a switch for just this, or we might put a switch for both. Well, the rules don't change. What we need to do is we need to put the switch at this point. We need to put it at this point. So we're not going to touch black. Black doesn't change. We're going to cut this yellow off. We'll cut it off here. So we've got this going back to the system. So we're going to cut it off here, and we're going to introduce a switch here for the red, yellow, same thing. So we're going to cut it off somewhere here. We're going to take this directly. Pay attention. We're going to take this directly and connect to the switch, to the red on the switch. We're going to take an extra black cable from anywhere we can find it and connect to the power supply. We don't touch the black. We just cut off the red. And now we connect the red to the switch. Sorry, we connect this red to the switch, and now the remaining portion of this red, that's red and yellow, same thing, remember, same system. The remaining portion that's from here to here, this tiny fraction, will go also to another part of the switch that will connect to the systems. So that's it. So we'll just alter it here. And when I get the switch, I'm going to demonstrate to you what I'm talking about. If you don't understand how to introduce a switch into the system, because it's not a complex circuit, we can introduce a switch. Right now we're going to test the app. We're going to use the app. We want to use the app in Google Play Store. We can search for the Cam app in the App Store or Google Play Store if you're using an iPhone. I've got a Wi-Fi connection, so I'm just connecting. I'm going to go into my Google Play and download it straight away. Right now I'm opening up Google Play Store. Now I could search for an app or game, and I just have to search for cam. So we have to look for, sorry, CAM. Is that it? No, that's cam. So we need to look for cam. Well, there's a lot of cams here. I can't figure out what it is. Well, I'll just try to search for it. Just give me a second to do that.